Hi, I'm Janine, and at just 32 I was diagnosed with breast cancer. No one expects to be diagnosed with breast cancer, let alone when you're in your 30s. It was a huge shock. I had an 8-month-old and a 3-year-old, and my life went in a direction that I had no control over. So I underwent a mastectomy, intensive chemotherapy and a year of Herceptin. I have HER2 positive breast cancer, a type of breast cancer that is highly aggressive, and I need targeted treatment to treat it. After all of this treatment, I decided I needed to get my life back on track. So I retrained as a travel and tourism lecturer and decided that I needed to be positive and keep going forwards. Unfortunately, I knew something was wrong. So within a year of diagnosis for primary breast cancer, I felt another lump in my what was a good breast, a huge lump that kept growing, although the hospital told me that I had dense breasts and nothing was wrong. I insisted on a follow-up in the October of 2011, and they did a biopsy which proved to show cancer. It then spread to the skin. At this point in time, I was diagnosed with having stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. There is no stage 5. It's incurable. So I now live with the uncertainty that secondary breast cancer brings. It's not pink and fluffy. I can tell you it certainly is not. So I went on a drugs trial which was highly successful with a drug you may have heard of called Kadcyla, and this proved very beneficial to me as it gave me a full response for over 2 years. Fortunately, in 2014 the cancer returned and started spreading around my body. I then went on the current drugs, the capecitabine and lapatinib, which again worked for 2 years. This was fantastic. It gave me almost a normal life, although I always knew that my body would become resistant and the cancer would find a way of carrying on and invading my organs. So this year I was highly shocked when the cancer started to come back into my breast. I had another mastectomy. This was the only option at that point in time. And then all the drugs on the NHS that were going to target the HER2 were basically, there's no more. I've had them all. So all the drugs I've been having have kept the cancer under control for over 6 years, which is great. Someone like me living with secondary breast cancer, this is the best possible news that you could hope for under the circumstances. I don't want to die, I don't want to give up, but right now there are no more HER2 drugs on the NHS. So what do? I have a 7 and 10-year-old and a loving family, lots of people that need me here. I need to be here for my young girls. I need to see them grow up. I feel well, but I do know at some point that the cancer will take over my body and invade my organs and eventually lead to my death. I can't sit here with nothing, no plans, nothing in place. So I need to raise vital funds. I'm not one of these people that can simply ask for money. I find it very hard. But so I decided to create Boobie Date. Boobie Date has 2 objectives. The first one being to try and get people to go on a boobie date, to book themselves in every single month, and to have a particular day of the month where you check your breasts or your chest, and yes, it does affect both men and women, which a lot of people don't know about, and all ages. So the second objective is to try and raise funds. Now I need a lot of funds, unfortunately. Private cancer drugs are not cheap. It's going to cost £10,000, yes, you heard me right, every 3 weeks once my cancer decides to flare up again and become aggressive. This is my only chance at survival, and I need to raise these funds quickly so I have the money set aside for when I need the drugs. I can have them in the UK at this stage, although this is going to be something I'm going to need to fundraise for the rest of my life to keep me here for longer for my children. Eventually I may need to go abroad for treatment. So I need you to help me. There's lots of ways you can help me fundraise and help donate to my private cancer drugs fund. I have a website, and on here I pledge to post updates and regular news bulletins that I will be producing to inform you how things are going, and also any updates to do with breast cancer. And also so to encourage you to check yourselves regularly. I'll be posting regular reminders, and also how to do a breast chest self-examination, which is really important, and the signs and symptoms to look out for, so you know what to do every month and to make sure you actually do it. Lots of people have good intentions and they think, oh, you know, it's not going to happen to me. Unfortunately, it can. And this is the hard truth about breast cancer. It can happen to you. And please watch this space for what's becoming in the next week. Something really exciting. And like I say, I can't sit here and wait to die, so I'm a doer and I'm getting on with it. So I look forward to updating you again soon. Thanks for listening.